Hi, I'm Mehdi Hemici. I'm in charge of loyalty and e-commerce at Accor.
Hi, I'm Jaime. I'm the Managing Director for the Pullman Paris Montparnasse and also the Regional Vice President for the Pullman Paris.
So apparently today we're going to be talking about loyalty and reacting to a few concepts, a few words about loyalty. Okay, the first word. Loyalty.
Hey,
The magic word.
this is your word.
Magic word for me. When we created the program 5 years ago, all was about how do we come across and cut through in a very cluttered environment where you already have loyalty programs, you already have other hotel groups, and how can we make ourselves different? How can we distill trust? And how can we basically be the connective tissue between all of the brands? And so we started to create a program that was transactional as its heart, but not only about transactions. We wanted these points to have a euro value because you need to know from a member perspective that you know what you're going to get. And
yes.
so we're the only loyalty program that does this, right? Outside of that, then we decided to launch experiences, benefits, and be a much more emotional program. So for me, loyalty is not a singular view. It's all of these aspects. And it's about, at the end of the day, being a trustworthy brand that you
Absolutely.
want to engage with.
Absolutely.
How about it? At the Pullman? You
Yeah.
live it every day?
Yeah, we do, absolutely. I mean, for me, loyalty is that strong commitment that customers have, to choose Pullman Paris. That magic, a lot of it happens at the salon that we opened right at the reopening of the hotel.
Well, you guys did something that I have never seen before. It's given a huge amount of space to your elite members as they walk
Sure.
in to have a different experience, to be recognized. I often use your salon, as you call it, as an example.
I know. Well, we have the space, so maybe that was easy for us to implement. But for sure, it plays a huge part on the success of our business.
Okay, next word. Purpose. Purpose is at the heart of everything you do. You turn up for work because you have a mission in life and you want to satisfy your customers. And as a loyalty program, what we want to do is stand for something. And so when we listened to our customers, they said, make my life special, make my life simple, and look after me. Make my life special is everything that we do around experiences and the great recognition you have in the hotel. Make my life simple is all about the end-to-end booking journey that we have, where you need to make sure that you are known in the app and the right brands are brought to you. And so you know that you can book the right brands because we know you, and then have seamlessly there. And then look after me is also having a sense of security, having your back, and knowing that you're going to get your right points at the right time, you're going to be able to use them. And I think that gives us a sense of purpose. And then we have added a CSR component to it today, where you can also give back. So the points you can give to charities through a platform called DIFT. And we're seeing last year that €500,000 were provided to associations and
Wow.
charities around the world.
Fantastic.
So that's how we try to work the purpose angle at ALL Accor. How about you?
We say Pullman Paris Montparnasse, we want to be leading the way. And leading the way, it's our obsession for excellence in everything that we do. And that without all program, it would be extremely very difficult for us to be able to achieve that level of excellence. Our daily mission, if you like, is to do one sparkle per customer per day. We are welcoming thousands of customers, so you can imagine the level of intensity and dedication that the team has in order to make sure that happens.
Okay, your turn. You want to
Super.
play?
Yeah, I want to play. Absolutely. That's why I'm here. Oh, Mehdi. Value driver.
Ah.
You want to start with that?
As a company, as Accor, we are between the customer and the owner. And creating value for both is key. Being a value driver is why Sébastien Bazin and our whole leadership team decided to invest in loyalty. Happy customers bring happy owners, but the return on investment is very important for our owners. And so what they're seeing is that customers stay more, spend more, come back more. So there's a repeat factor that they are seeing at an individual hotel level, which I hope you're seeing as well,
Yeah.
is that they're spending 10% more, they're coming twice more. And at the end of the day, when they come back more, they spend more, and you see the value, then you're really seeing that there's a difference between a member and a non-member. At the end of the day, it makes a world of difference when you manage your owner relationship, because they always want to know that they're seeing new customers at a lower cost of distribution. And that's what we try to do with owners. We try to prove to them throughout our hotels that story sticks and it brings profit and value.
If I may, maybe I want to share just a little bit of data, because you're totally right. In our little boutique hotel of 957 rooms here in Paris. I have to say that year to date we have the all contribution, or the contribution in terms of euro from our all members is approximately about 15.6 million euro, which is in our ecosystem fantastic. I'm also happy to share that at Montparnasse we have 8,500 elite members that engage with us on a daily basis. 370 reservations have been made by limitless members year to date. All of this traffic is being welcomed by the Salon All, which we implemented, as I spoke earlier. And the team, they're doing about 40 to 60 check-ins, check-outs every single day within the all elite members, which I think is fantastic. And honestly, we could not do that without the program. So we are super grateful about that. Next word, or two words actually, brand enhancer.
ALL Accor has this mission to be the connective tissue between all of these brands. Because at Accor we have our own DNA and we have our own purpose, but also we need to be in a position to introduce new brands to customers that don't know, and go from one hotel to another, one brand to another. And how do we do that? So we have fortunately a lot of data to play with and to be able to know our customers, which hotel they were exposed to, which brand were they exposed to, and how do we get them from brand A to brand B, going from a Novotel to a Mercure to a Pullman, to a Sofitel. And what's interesting is that 65% of our customer base are multi-brand customers. So by definition, we need to facilitate that journey, but already they're not loyal to one brand. They may be loyal to a hotel like yours, but they like to be exposed to new brands, new things. And our role at ALL Accor is to make sure that our digital ecosystem facilitates that understanding. So we have a brand corner, for example, in the app where we introduce brands geo-localized. We have also the ability to introduce through marketing new brands, so that basically we target the right audiences and we introduce it only to the brands that they're interested in. And that makes a world of difference because members don't want to be overexposed to information. So brand enhancer with the right touch, not overexposed, and hopefully you get new customers coming your way.
Yeah, I think at hotel level it's a fantastic enhancer in terms of the visibility and the support that we receive from the program. And if I may, because you just given me the the idea and the cue in terms of the daily dedication that the teams have in making sure that we enroll as many non-members as possible. And a big kudos to not only to Pullman Paris Montparnasse, but I think across the network, everybody is doing a great job in enrolling as many customers as we can. All right, Mehdi, I think it's now my time to pass on the iPad.
Okay.
So here you go.
Okay, so
that's the next one.
Personalization. Personalization for ALL Accor has been listening to our customers, because personalization is a very subtle environment in which customers are saying, show me you know me, but they're saying, I want it my way. I don't want intrusive marketing. But when you do communicate with me, I want to see the right brands. I want to see the hotels that you think I would be interested in. And so we're using a lot of information that we have at hand, and also seeing which customers react to the channels that they prefer. And every time we're utilizing the channel where we see that they react more favorably, and we tone down the rest. So personalization is a relationship. It's not only about showing the right level of content because we know them. It's also being respectful of that relationship.
It is true that since the ALL program really assists us in making sure that we receive the right, the necessary data in order for us to know who our customers are. And I just want to share just a small, because we do that almost every day, right? But only last Friday we had one of our elite members checking in, and he came with his dad, and we knew through the program that his dad is super passionate about pastry. And the team found out, and what the team did is they organized a pastry session with our pastry chef, and they did that on Saturday morning, and the guy was honestly out of, it was an incredible experience for the father, but ultimately also for our elite member. So it was a win-win. So it's just, and we couldn't do that without the knowledge and the data that we received from the program.
Yeah. I love to hear these stories. So you should call me up more.
Come to the hotel.
Or I come to the hotel. You master the iPad. Okay.
One more.
That's an easy word. Future.
Wow.
Is this where we give we predict something.
Yes.
We can't talk about the future without talking about the AI revolution. There's no AI washing in the way that we're approaching AI at Accor. We're approaching it in a way that we want it to be at the service of our customers, and it's not replacing, it is enhancing. And so what we're doing is providing new search opportunities within our digital ecosystem, how to find the right hotel, the right brand, the right service, the right restaurant, how to do it in a contextualized manner or a conversational manner. And of course, you can't have a better service on OpenAI Perplexity than you would have on ALL Accor. And the other part of the future is, of course, growth. We all need growth. At Accor, you need growth in your hotel. We're on a trajectory that we're growing twice, if not 3 times, the organic pace of Accor at loyalty, which means that last year we grew double digits despite the market flattening. And what we need to continue to do is demonstrate that loyalty is a growth engine for Accor, for our owners, and a value story for our guests. So for me, future is, if we can hit those strings, we're going to be in a good spot.
Yeah, I mean, for us at the hotel level, loyalty, we see the future in loyalty as being, or continue to be dynamic and relationship-based. You're totally right, AI is here, but I think, where AI today is still very transactional, I think we still, how the technologies help us to be more guest-centric and to build stronger relationships with our guests, not just being transactional. That's how we see the future.
Okay, the last word is, when are you coming to Pullman Montparnasse? That's you, right?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
I wrote that.
Okay, so I'm ready to come anytime. I've been there many times already.
You're always welcome. So, absolutely.
So when is that happening?
Well, let's do it this afternoon.
Okay.
Listen, let's have a coffee this afternoon.
You guys are doing a great job. We're seeing the numbers, and you are making the magic happen. Without the hotel staff and everything that you're doing, loyalty falls apart. So
thank you.